What's up guys, it's Ollie here, and welcome to this new series which I'm doing, which is the Lord Bendtner's Road to the Ballon Balloon? Okay lad, sorry about that terrible pronunciation there. Just had to go and look up how to pronounce it. Lord Bendtner's Road to the Ballon d'Or, which you will have seen by the title. So during this first game, I'm just going to explain the rules of this series to you. So basically, for every win we get with this squad, I get to add one new gold BPL player to the squad, until we've made a full gold BPL team. So that's the first objective, and the second objective is to get Bendtner to score 30 goals in this series. So when we score 30 goals with Bendtner, we get to unlock the in-form Bendtner. Yes, Lord Bendtner has an in-form. So once we've got the full gold BPL squad and in-form Lord Bendtner, we'll go into the Gold Cup and try and win that. So first of all, we came up against this interesting looking hybrid, and yeah, they're 2 seconds in, or whatever it is, El Hamidi goes and gets a yellow card, which was slightly frustrating. Oh, and one other thing I'll say is, I've got a cold at the moment, so if my voice sounds a bit croaky or whatever, sorry about that. So my opponent here breaks through, and he takes a shot with, I think that's Valera, or, I'm not good at pronunciations, but he's unlucky there not to score. A good strike, managing to hit the post. But then straight after this, Gnabry gets the ball, unleashes Kasami, and Kasami just runs through, and then a lovely, well, not lovely, but a nice little finish there from him, just slots it under the keeper. So that puts us 1-0 up, and I was really happy when this went in, because I wasn't expecting to get many goals with this squad, because I've played with this squad before, and it's that kind of squad. It's good to play with, it passes really well, it links up really nicely, but when you're playing against bigger players that use silver teams, because that's usually what happens, because a good number of more experienced players tend to use silver squads because they can just be more fun to play with, especially the Brazilian silver teams, with the likes of players such as Wallison or Jobson, who are meant to be absolute animals on this year's Ultimate Team. So here Kasami plays a through ball to Dorrans, who's actually one of the more important players on the team, and a nice save there from Helton. Why he couldn't do that before, I don't know, he's just probably one of those inconsistent keepers on this game, if you ask me. But then we send it in, and who else is there but Lord Bendtner to head that one home. Let me tell you this now, this guy's an absolute animal in the air. It's just disgusting, just watch this. He just sends in the cross, he just tanks past 2 defenders and heads it past the keeper. So that's how the half ended, and there's the half-time stats for all of you who are interested. So as you can see, we're doing well for possession here, and I can't remember who that was, but they sent a nice ball over there to Balassi, and he nearly scores an own goal here, which I thought that was pretty funny at the time. I was just like, ooh, you know that feeling you get. And then he just has a massive shot, and I would have, I can't even remember my reaction to that shot. I was slightly worried then, because that was a really nice strike. And I'm not sure what happens here, but I think he put his control down or something for a second, and I take the ball and have a shot with Bendtner, and it goes to a corner. And then who else is there but Lord Bendtner to head it home for the second time this game. And I know how overpowered headers are on this game, and there's a lovely celebration, just a majestic show of elegance from the Lord. Yes, in the top right corner I'll be doing a goal count just so you can know how many goals Bendtner scores in this series. So it's 90 minutes, we're 3-0 up, and then Dzeko gets the ball and smashes it into the back of the net. I'll give that to him, that was a very nice finish there. So yes, very nice finish there from my opponent, well done to him. And that is how the game ended, 3-1 to us, and I was delighted with this win. I never thought that we would actually win with this squad. Okay, that's not entirely true, I'd hoped we would. But Bendtner getting himself 2 goals there, very nice, with 8.7 rating. Why it wasn't higher I'm not sure, but there again you can see the stats. And that is the squad we were using, silver BPL squad with Bendtner. And here because we got the win, we get to put in a gold BPL player. So we decided to change the goalkeeper to Wojciech Szczesny. He's an absolutely amazing keeper on this game, I absolutely love him. But here we come up against a really nice looking silver English championship side with players such as Tom Ince, he's gone to Crystal Palace now. But here he manages to get through, and he crosses it in, and he scores. I think that's a header. Was that a header or a volley? I can't see from here, but yeah, still, I was a bit annoyed at that. I was a bit frustrated again. Yeah, I thought this was just going to be another one of those sweaty games, but there you can see the half-time stats. Nothing else happened. I'm winning possession, And here into the second half, well, fairly early on, about 5 minutes, Gnabry sends in a cross and Kusami gets his head onto that, that was a really nice little header into that bottom corner there. I was fairly proud of him. I didn't think Kusami had that. I didn't know he was really good at heading. Don't know if he is still. But here he gets through, and a lovely save there from Szczesny, just on his debut there. And here's another nice save from Szczesny. So yeah, use him in a cheap BPL squad if you can. He is an absolute god. So here we send in the ball, and a lovely diving header there from Lord Bendtner, earning us the lead in 85 minutes with a delightful overpowered header there. He is just showing us why we call him Lord Bendtner. A lovely show of class. Oh, and if you hadn't seen before, I gave him a Hawk chemistry style because I was going to give him Hunter, but 8,000 coins, I just didn't want to. But then we make someone there with Balassi and outmuscle him, and really unlucky not to score there. I was just getting excited when I saw that was dipping. But that's how the game ended, 2-1 to us, another win there. I was really happy, 2 wins in a row with this squad. And here we decide to go and swap one of the centre-backs because I decided that we should probably have a more solid defence, and we stick Laurent Koscielny in there. I've used him before as well. He's really good. He links up there nicely with Szczesny. And then we come up against this squad. What was wrong with the EA matchmaking in this? I've got a pretty much full silver squad. He's got Informs, he's got Cavani, he's got Mayuka. I know, I've heard how overpowered he is. And I just knew by just looking at this squad, this was going to be a disgusting game. And sure enough, he breaks through here in 2 minutes and scores a disgusting little P-roller into that corner. How it went through all those players, I was already thinking, oh dear, this is not going to be fun. There you can see that dirty little goal again. And then shortly after, he manages to outmuscle the defender, release Cavani, and then make it 2-0. And by this point, I was starting to rage. I think there were 2 other people in the room with me at the time. They were just laughing at me while I just ranted at EA about their matchmaking. But then, shortly after that, we get a free kick, and really unlucky there not to score. But fortunately for us, Koscielny is there to just tap that home on his debut, making it 2-1 to him. And I was just thinking, perhaps we do have a glimmer of hope in this game. Here you can see the free kick again. I was so annoyed when it didn't go in, but still, a goal is a goal. And then this happened. So you know that annoying moment when you're trying to skip the replays, and one of those buttons that you click to skip the replay ends up registering on the goal kick, which means you end up passing it to the opposition striker. And here's a quick reconstruction of my reaction. What the f*** are you? I told you to skip the animation, not pass to his f***ing striker! Ah! So that's pretty much what happened, but luckily Koscielny was there to take it off Mayuka. But then shortly after, from a lucky deflection, Alessandro sends it into Cavani, who heads it home to make it 3-1. And by this point I was really raging. The people in the room were just laughing their asses off, and one of them tried to record me at one point, but I caught them and stopped them. And I really was not enjoying this game. But then this guy decides to hit the lag switch, and we send a nice over-the-top ball through to Gnabry. I know they're overpowered as well, but then he chips it over the keeper, and it goes nicely into that bottom corner in off the post. And I thought this wasn't going in for a second, so I was about to start raging some more. But it turned out to be a nice little chip in the end. So there was me getting back into the game. Serge Gnabry giving us another glimmer of hope. But here you can see quite clearly how bad this lag was getting. And that's pretty much all that happened for that half. He was destroying me this game. And then this game just turned into complete annihilation. From 4-2 to 5-2 to even 6-2. I was not enjoying this game by this point. So then, just to make matters worse, Dawson gets a second yellow card and gets sent off. So unfortunately, for the next game in this series, we won't actually get to use him. But there you can see a really dramatic dive there from his player, and that's how it ended. Complete domination, 6-2. But this is how the squad's looking at the end of this episode. Szczesny and Koscielny as the rewards for our 2 wins. So please leave a like and subscribe, and leave some feedback as well. And another thanks to Will for letting me use his HD PVR. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below. So make sure to go check that out if you haven't already. He does Battlefield and FIFA videos if that's the kind of stuff you're into. He seems like a pretty cool guy, and I'll be making more videos with him in the near future. And I'll see you later.
Ballon! like everything was a party. Only 18 years deep and now we're getting started. Finish line clear, so we focused on the target.